everybody. What's up? This is Flash talking to you. And I'm kind of in a different place right now because I just got through going for a walk. And when I go for a walk, I don't just walk. I fast walk, if that makes sense. So I move my arms and I move really fast. This time I decided to just slow it up a little bit because I have this little technique that every third step I stretch to the left. Every third step I stretch to the right. And to those of you that are not seeing this video right now, yes, this is being videoed. So if you can't see it, just going for a walk every third step and then turning slightly twisting to your left, third step, twisting to your right a little bit. And I do that for like a mile, could be a mile and a half or so around my neighborhood. And when I do that, I'm always aware that people are going to be looking at me in a certain way because they don't understand what I'm doing. In my mind, I know what I'm doing. In context to what I'm doing, I'm, working on my core. So I'm tucking my stomach in, and then I'm walking, and then I'm stretching the sides. So when I'm stretching the sides, it's also helping to tone my midsection. So I'm aware that it might look different and everything, and I'm out there, I'm doing my thing, I'm feeling good, but I always have that in the back of my head, which brings me to the topic that I want to talk about today, which is body image. I am on video right now as I'm podcasting, and you know what? If it's all right, but there's that little part, a little part of my brain that's just like, ooh, look at you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of my accomplishments, and I've gotten to a point in my life where my weight fluctuates, and sometimes I feel good, sometimes I don't. But that little talk, that little thing in the back of my head is something that I have to contend with every single day. So, in that regard, I just got through working out and I'm a little bit tired. I decided to challenge myself. So, I'm in my kitchen. Usually I'm inside of my room doing my podcast. This is pretty cool. This is a different experience. What I don't like about this is that there's an echo when I'm talking, which is probably a little bit different than other podcasts. So please bear with me with the echoing. I like to be professional, but my professionalism is going to be challenged at times. If you choose to listen to this podcast, I'm planning on traveling to different places, talking to different people. So the background is going to be, whatever way. So I do my best to, minimize, distractions and stuff. Anywho, body image. Let's see. I'm probably about 270, 275, somewhere around there. And my weight fluctuates. I've been as low as 261, close to 250, 259 or so. And my goal, and still my goal, is to go down to 250, 259 or lower. And I still have that in mind. That has been a journey. And what I've been through in terms of me being a African American male, the perception when it comes to losing weight and being self-conscious is that it's a female thing, and it's not a female thing. For me, I'm always aware of it. When I eat, I'm always aware of what I'm putting in my body. And even though I'm aware of what I'm putting in my body, the challenge is to be or not to be. That is the question. Meaning that, either I'm going to eat it or I'm not going to eat it. And when it comes to unhealthy things like chips and soda and different things like that, it's hard to resist. It's easy to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to reward myself. I've been doing pretty good. I'm just going to have a little bit of this, or I'll take a little bit of that. And that little bit of this and that little bit of that ends up turning into a spiral. You start to have a little something the next day, and then a little something the next day. Then it's like, okay, I'm going to get back on board. I'm going to get healthy again. And, might go for a day or two. And my body and my mind is just acting up. It's triggered. It's like, my God, okay, I need some sugar. I need the carbs. And, eventually I end up falling into it. And it isn't until the past year that when I get into that spiral, I notice that I am actually, if I fall off, I get back on a lot sooner. Like a day or two or something afterwards, then I get back on board or something. And this is going to be something that I have to deal with all the time. And right now I have a drink right now. I don't recommend this for everybody. Probably not for anybody. This is something that works for me through experimentation. Inside my water, I have garlic, cinnamon, turmeric, and honey. And I mix it all around, and I put it inside the refrigerator. It sits in the refrigerator. I let it sit for like 3-4 days or something like that, so everything could really settle in there. And then I would get it stirred around, shake it up a little bit, put it in there for a few hours or something. Then I just go ahead and I pour my drink. The reason that I do this drink, because antioxidants, it's not antioxidants, but it's anti-inflammatories. It's a combination of anti-inflammatories. So when I drink it, when it goes into my system, especially the garlic and turmeric, it helps with my stomach. It helps, get the bloating out, and that helps me a lot mentally. Let me take a drink. That helps me a lot mentally, because if I can see it, it's like, oh yeah, it's like a motivation. And it's from what I can tell healthy. It's not endangering myself. I'm not dehydrating myself, or I'm not at the brink of death or anything like that. I found something that has worked for me, and I like it. It's pretty cool, and it helps me feel accomplished. It makes me feel like I'm doing something. So it's very important to find something that makes you feel good, that helps you feel good. And in my drink, I got that. So, again, that thing in the back of my head is right there. It's talking, it's telling me different things. It's telling me, oh man, you know what? You gotta lose a little bit of weight, or you look different, or oh, what are people gonna think? Always in my head. And that is a part of what motivates me to be or not to be. And that ends up being the question all the time. I find it easy to forgive myself, move forward, always move forward. I have this saying, grow forward, and that's a part of my process. So this is great. I'm talking about this. I'm trying something different in terms of being in a different location. I'm actually, in my workout clothes. I just come from working out. Being in the kitchen, out of all places, while I'm having this conversation, it's like right now I don't care. I'm not gonna get into my head and start cleaning up and all this kind of stuff. What you see is me. When I come home, sometimes I'm tired. I don't want to be cleaning up and everything. And the container that I put my drink in, I call it my contraption, is right here, and you can't see it through the podcast, but I got my little container here sitting in the back, and I haven't had a chance to do any cleaning up on the counter. I have some dishes on the counter that I have to put away. But you know what? It's all good because just because I don't do those things, it doesn't make me less of a person. This has a lot to do with how I feel because when I'm in the kitchen, you know, I see things and it's very easy to get distracted. By having my drink on the counter, it reminds me, hey, I got I could get my drink and I could take in something healthy. What else can I eat? What you don't see, or what you don't see is I have bananas over here, and I like bananas. My wife went shopping yesterday, so I have a banana that I can eat after this, so that gets me into the rhythm. And I know I got a salad inside the refrigerator, so I'm gonna go ahead and get a salad. All this is for me. This isn't for anybody else. I got caught in this trap where, for losing weight, oh, there's a wedding coming up and I want to look good. So, I gotta, make sure that I do different things. And, there was a focus on how I looked. But in terms of how I felt, that was a challenge. This was a long time ago. And it's I've been like this for a long time. It took getting out of my house, going to college for me to really, be aware of myself. And that's another story for another time. I might share that with you. But this is the thing. In college, it's like I could eat whatever I want. Not that I couldn't do it when I was younger, but there was a little bit of pressure. There was some pressure in terms of what you eat, being healthy, looking good, and all this kind of stuff. But in college, it wasn't so much like that. It was like on me, and again, I had it in the back of my head, the things that my mom would say and what people would think. And I played sports when I was younger. So, there was something about being in an environment where people talk about lifting weights. You got to look good and look at that six pack and all that kind of stuff. No, no. College is like I'm on my own, and I took on life the way that life brought it. And food was there. If I liked it, I liked it. If I didn't, I didn't. And I moved from this skinny 130 something pound boy to a 200-pound kid within like I guess my 4.5 years of college. So that challenge of how I look at myself, how I evolved in noticing that, and hearing that people notice the difference in my appearance, it really fueled that thought. So you know, this is always a struggle. This is always going to be a struggle, and me being inside of my kitchen and setting myself up for success in a way that I have healthy things around me, that I forgive myself, and to a certain extent let go of these, ideas that other people have, and shifting them to ideas that I have about myself. It's a challenge. And I think we all have to deal with that to one degree or another. We all have that voice in the back of our head. We got that person that we remember that talked to us about different things and saying different things, the positive things, the negative things. And the question is, how does that, um, manifest in your life as you live your life? It's a challenge. And I like life. I like the challenge. I like being challenged. And some things I've been successful. Some things I've failed. But I keep on going. I grow forward. I understand that it's not going to be every day that I'm going to be looking good. That I'm going to be feeling good. Um, you know, for me personally, it's been a work in progress to the point where I I understand it's a work in progress, and I continue to go on, and I do the best that I can. If I forget to eat healthy, I have to forgive myself. I have to get back on board, and that fight will always be there. But you know what? I'm in it. I'm in it for the long haul. And the most important thing out of everything, the most important thing is how I feel about myself. It's one thing to hear it, it's another thing to feel it, it's another thing to do it. And as you listen to this podcast, as you look at the video, my challenge to you is take it on. What is it? Is it you're hearing it and it's like, okay? Are you hearing it and it's like, you know what? You got a point. No, you know what? I need to do something about this. I want to feel good about myself. Or is it going to be, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to feel good and I'm going to do whatever. Whatever you choose to do, understand. Please understand that you always have the ability to continue to move, to continue to go forward. So grow forward with me. Grow forward for yourself. And whenever you sit down and you think about anything that I'm saying and it hits you, flow with it and make it meaningful for you, not anybody else. Because us sitting here and doing it because we're afraid of what other people are going to think, what other people feel, how they're going to react, we're trapping ourselves. And we put ourselves in a position where a lot, and every time in my podcast I'm mentioning about mental health, because that is a core, if not the core, the foundation of what I'm doing. Our mental health, we have to deal with ourselves. So if we're walking around and we're trying to lose weight, or we're trying to do something to ourselves, we're trying to make our lips bigger, or cut our hair a certain way, or wear certain clothes and all this kind of stuff. You know what? Who are we doing it for? Are we doing it for ourselves? A lot of times I find that people don't do that. They forget about themselves and they end up doing it for other people, because that's where they find favor. That's where they find acceptance. And if that's the case, understand that ultimately you're gonna be in a dark room, or you're gonna be in a place where you're gonna be stuck with yourself, your thoughts, your feelings. You're gonna have to deal with yourself, just like I've had to deal with myself. And the result is that I make the best choices possible for myself. So good luck to you. stay strong, and always grow forward. See you guys.